Hello?
There we go. Yep.
If you sorry, if you're here right now, we're gonna watch the 40 minutes. It's the White House, which you welcome in. White House President Biden is supposed to have a nationwide address from the Oval Office. You can see the title right there. It's pretty important. It's going to talk about both Ukraine and Israel. It's going to be pretty remarkable here. We're going to have to see what happens here. Of course, I'm waiting. So usually they switch over to another one, and it's like a live thing we get to watch. As soon as that happens, we'll of course switch over to that. I don't have any more news. There's not going to be any more news given out. All we're doing right now is waiting for this to go live, and then we're going to talk about that probably. But yeah, 86, welcome. I won't be talking back here. I'm just going to be mute it. Anything you've got a questions, of course, ask anything like that. There has also been rockets fired from Lebanon towards Israel today. Yeah, I mean he's reported. Sorry, he's reported to have taken to have started to walk from the old. He's actually walking in from the entrance into the White House. He's walking up to the Oval Office in about 30 minutes. He should be there. Yeah. I mean, I'm waiting to see what's happening here. Guess it's one thing for him to be doing all that, right? I mean, I'm excited to see what he's gonna talk about because it. 'Cause whatever it is, it's something. It can't be nothing because whatever it is, it's something, and we're waiting for it here. But there are tankers heading into Kuwait right now. There are two tankers right now heading towards Kuwait near Iraq here, just outside Saudi Arabia there. So that's one thing. America, fuck yeah. America, fuck yeah. gonna fuck around with Uncle Sam. That's what they're doing. It's very. We don't often see no planes over Europe. That's one thing. I mean, it's very few amount of planes over Europe right now. It's late. I mean, it's past midnight, but still, should be a little more, I guess. I don't know. A little weird. A little weird. Initial report states that there has just been an explosion near a U.S. military base close to Baghdad airport. Gavin Newsom, husband to former Governor California. Yeah. So there has just been reported that there are reports of explosions near U.S. military base close to Baghdad airport. It's just been reported, so it's unconfirmed at the time. I cannot tell you if this is true or not. I am not aware. All I have is initial report reported by pretty trustable sources that have just come out. So I will, we'll have to see if that's true or not. Okay, so the Rafah border that was supposed to open between Egypt and Gaza has reportedly now just been told that it may not open. Initial reports state that there has been a disagreement on the terms between Israel and the Egyptian government. I can't confirm it yet. However, it does appear that there may have been a disagreement. It wouldn't seem unlikely. So I'll give you more on that if there's anything. And a U.S. military employee has died of a heart attack during a drone attack on American and Al Assad Air Base in Iraq. So, not directly from the drone attack. However, aftershock from the drone attack has caused a heart attack. So, it has been reported that a U.S. military employee, has died of a heart attack following the events of the, back. I'm back. Yeah. No, We're watching, waiting for Biden to talk from the Oval Office. Pretty important message to come out, supposedly. The U.S. plans to send Israel tens of thousands of artillery shells designated for Ukraine. Yeah, and that's the thing. That's the thing we were talking about here. You know, it's fucking ridiculous because now they're going to send, artillery shells to Israel, not to Ukraine. Why not just put it in the middle? I mean, yeah. I don't know. It's a lot. There's a global shortage of shells, and now we have two wars where the U.S. is going to supply aid for. It's a lot. Take you off. Yeah. More people are reporting that there may have been multiple reports of explosions near a U.S. military base in the Baghdad airport. This follows similar attacks in Syria, Iraq, and Yemen. Reports state 2 rockets hit the U.S. military Victoria base complex. A lot of people is reporting it now. Mario Nafal, which is one of the people that usually goes through their news pretty strongly, has also talked about going through it now. So it could be true. I'm not aware. Maybe he's going to talk about it just now. We don't know. He's probably going to stick to the schedule, what he always has talked about. But yeah. 20 minutes from now here, 20 minutes, he's going to go live. Mr. Biden coming through. Oh, he's gonna talk about everything that he can. Is he gonna forget everything he said? Remember to go down to the Billy old time. Mr. Biden, he's gonna tell you what he knows. Oh, Mr. Biden, he's gonna tell you what he knows. Yep. Iraq better chill before we send them send them back another 50 years. They call in the fucking airstrikes. The Iranian people, they go up on their news media. Over the next weekend, it's gonna be a bit of a hailstorm, literally. Well, there's gonna be a lot of rain, metal rain. We're expecting there to be about 2 to 5 meters of metal rain raining down upon us every second. This was because we fucked with Uncle Sam, and Uncle Sam doesn't fuck around. Ocean, welcome in. Merca! about a 5 meter high. A chance of steal the rain. It's a rare phenomenon. It only happens when you fuck with it with Uncle Sam. It happens once, every 50 years or so. We get this steal the rain. It's just great stuff. I'm just getting a notification now saying, remember to watch the White House. I know, I'm watching it right fucking now, guys. It's like, remember to watch it. I like how I'm more invested in what Biden says than I'm invested in what my own prime minister, state minister said in her speeches. Just yeah, it's funny. Come on, guys, it's funny. It's hilarious. I think the biz is gonna start tonight. We can't make such claims. The governor of California is heading to Israel, supposedly. So I have a feeling it may not start tonight. However, I'm not aware. I can't make such statements. That's up to you. That's up to you guys. You have to draw your own conclusion. The only conclusion is that I can't tell you when it's going to start because I don't know. But yeah. Well, he is the most important. That is in many ways true. Yeah. Yeah, the governor of California. Now, I'm not aware. I just saw one tweet. Fake it to News were talking about it. So I don't know. Could be not. Seems like a weird thing. I don't know why he's going there. Governor of California. I don't know. I saw one tweet about it. Maybe it's false. I don't know. I saw a tweet from Fake It to News talking about he was going there, but I don't know. It seems like a weird thing. I mean, I don't know why. Why would he need to go there? That's another thing, right? I mean, I just don't really see the reason as to why he needs to go there. But yeah. Hmm. Maybe I'm fault. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. So there's a lot of stuff coming out. A lot of people talking a lot about a lot of stuff. So I could be wrong, but I don't know. Doing for the press. He wants to run for POTUS. Oh, he does. Right. He wants to run for POTUS. Right. Is he informed to the factor that he probably shouldn't? I mean, isn't he gonna put back relations and things, actions a lot? I mean, listen, we don't know when they're gonna start this campaign. All I know right now is that there's been initial reports that he has been given, that Israel army has been given the go-ahead from the government to move in. But other than that, I think they're still in the planning phases or in the talkman phases. So yeah, I don't really know. I really don't know. Right now, I don't know. Israel has deployed a fleet of submarines in the Mediterranean Sea to deter Iran and Hezbollah. Payhole writes. Beehole. Wow, that's weird. All right. burning the midnight oil host. No, I'm not drinking anything. I'm not sorry. I don't understand that analogy. I guess it's another American expression I don't understand. Needs to what my Mr. This yeah. Needs to sit your ass down. Shut the fuck up. Stay up late. Uh, you're up late. It means. Oh, yeah. No, I'm up late. The reason why I'm up late is because of Biden. So, I swear to God, yeah, I'm just saying right now that if he doesn't deliver some good fucking news, right? Or some kind of fucking news that's newsworthy. If he sits in the fucking Oval Office, makes everybody think something's fucking bullshit, and goes, we're gonna talk about all this kind of stuff, and then we're gonna, okay, see you later, guys. I don't have a Red Bull. I don't have anything. I'm really doing that right now. It's waiting up. You can talk about this famous ice cream flavor. Yeah. I don't know. I know what he's gonna talk about. Can't tell you. 17 minutes now. Or shampoo smell. Yeah. Something stupid. I mean, the factor is, I know he's going to talk about Ukraine and Israel, so it's not completely stupid. The statement said he was going to talk about Ukraine and Israel, so yeah. Sorry, I was watching some images here. The Prince of Denmark recently had a birthday party, and I was just watching the pictures here. I wasn't invited to it. I did get something. But yeah. If you are in an investment company right now, if you want to invest in anything, you got to invest in the air defense systems, invest in the fucking army, Lockheed, all the fucking good boys. Like, invest in all the big companies right now. If you're going to invest anything, anytime, anyone, you know, if you're going to do that, that's now. Because right before the fucking war starts, you know? We have royalty? Yeah, we have royalty. We have royalty. We have a whole royal family, a lot of royalty. I mean, we're from the ever since the Viking age, and when you had the medieval age, we had the King of Denmark and Queen. Right now, we have a queen. The prince had just turned 18. I look a bit like the prince, actually. In some ways, I do look a bit like the prince. Not exactly. He's a bit different compared to me in many ways. I'm but a little bit like. But it was kind of Kennedy's. I guess so, right? I mean, the Kennedys in many ways was kind of royalty, right? In many ways, they are. Or many ways they were. Ghosting again. No, don't worry. I do kind of look like Prince of Denmark. Something. Well, I mean, there's a crown prince, which is the well, there's obviously two princes. I mean, there's a lot of princes, right? The one who's next in line is not the one who's next in line. Is the father to the one who just turned 18. So this guy right here, Prince Christian, is he just turned 18. His father is this guy, and he's the crown prince. He's the next king when the Queen of Denmark passes. He's gonna be the next king. That's his wife down here. Oh shit, guys. Here we have it. Here we have it, guys. They just went over to this. The gold diggers? That's this where your brain goes? Like gold diggers? Yeah. A lot of people don't like the crown family in Denmark. He always talks about begins shortly. Yeah, an hour. No, I mean, yeah. He certainly has taught him, hopefully. No, but I get what you're saying. Like the gold digging standard, but a lot of people in Denmark actually don't like the royal family. And that's a lot to do with the a factor that some people simply think that royalty is outdated nowadays. The idea of the fact that we have to give away so many taxes towards that family, how I like it. I think it's fine. I think it's some kind of, like, it shows some kind of organization. You know, that's the fact that we have this system that, you know, and yeah, you know, I think, I mean, the crown family, you know, the family, the queen doesn't really have any authority in the sense she doesn't really have any authority. The parliament, the government is obviously the one that runs the show, but I mean, all the rules and all that kind of stuff, and she does have the authority to dismantle a party, I think, just like the much like the what's it called, the queen of the king of England, king of England. Sorry, keep forgetting what it is. But yeah, he's gonna be live here soon, hopefully. They said he was gonna be live 2 o'clock, so he should be live in 10 minutes. If not, you know. Yeah, that's the indications of what we're seeing right now. What I know of, at least. I mean, yeah. I'm excited. See what it's about. Move down just a tiny bit right now. There is subtitles on, by the way. I always put subtitles on when it comes to Joe Biden. Not because he doesn't speak English, because the English he speaks sometimes, it's a bit, you can't, sometimes it doesn't really come out great, but yeah. It's all good right now. It's all good. You need subtitles for him? Yeah, he doesn't really speak that clear, because sometimes, you know, when he speaks a lot, it kind of ends up being, so we're gonna do all this, and then when we're done with that, we're gonna go on to, you know, continue with our support for Israel, and then, you know, we're gonna do, and then when we're then how does that? Listen, Ukraine. We're obviously gonna go to Ukraine. Listen. he always goes. It's as if we're not listening. Is that he's acting like we don't listen, right? Even the translator's like, dude, I can't. Even you know, even the fucking hand translator, you know, the one for the deaf people. It's like, what the fuck did he say? I don't know what he said. Swear to God, they probably pay. I think they probably pay. They probably pay that translator a lot of money when you think about it. You know, I mean, to understand Joe Biden is good. That's impressive work right there. Guess we can. No, it's fine like this. We're live, right? Yeah. Vice President's Harry. Oh no, that's not. No. 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 Short speech and run over sentence. Yeah. You talking about Joe Biden, right? Yeah. Yeah. No. Listen. Research center. The main goal support Israel. I like hair, you know. And he does that like that old guy, like you know. No, let's stop making fun of them. It's fun though. By the way, have you heard that there may? I mean, I'm not actually sure if it's yet to be procured or if it's true. But there has been talks about the probable draft of women in. Don't. Story mixed in. Oh yeah. Nah. You know, when I was a kid, down there in Memphis, I met Elvis. I met Elvis. We have great friends with Elvis, and he once told me shabba dabba dooda, and then we ate some ice cream. Thank you very much. See you later. Now I kind of do a Bill Clinton kind of better. I mean Bill Clinton is kind of easier to do. No, I like cheeseburger. I don't know. It's kind of like it. Ooh, god damn. Ooh, that's a lot. Yeah, damn. What are you all talking about? You know there. What about it? Oh yeah. All right. 3 minutes. 3 minutes, guys. 3 minutes. He's gonna go live. I'm gonna go to sleep. I don't know if he's gonna. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I don't know. Elvis was seen with Michael Jackson in the Burger King in Florida back in the 90s. It was. What? It's a joke back then? Oh, right. Yeah, but obviously, Michael Jackson. Well, Elvis was dead back. Elvis wasn't alive in the 90s. He was dead. Let's hope Jill. Oh, I thought you said Jill. Jill had him to do PP at 15 minutes ago. Oh. Yeah, let's hope he doesn't have to do a grandpa one. Sleeps in the middle of the interview. I gotta take a nap. Gotta take a nap. Jihad Jill. I thought you were talking about Jihad. I was like, what the fuck are you? Joe Biden, would you go live, my friend? Go live, my friend. Come on, my friend. Come on now. Come on, my friend. Come on. Come on, my friend. Come on, my friend. Go live. It's 2 o'clock now. You should have been live by now. You should be live now. Right? On a time error, but apparently not. Should be live. But is he live? No. I had a feeling you sit here for 3 a.m. Right? The last time they talked about him going live shortly, and that was about, 10 minutes? That was about half an hour. It was an hour and a half wait for him to go live. You know, why not just tell people that when exactly you're going to go live? I mean, I know you might not have the exact time, but, like, why waste people's time sitting here and waiting for someone to come online when you're clearly not going to go online before, like, an hour later, you know? Like, it's ridiculous. Oh.
Good evening, my fellow Americans. We're facing an inflection point in history. One of those moments where the decisions we make today are going to determine the future for decades to come. That's what I'd like to talk with you about tonight. You know, early this morning I returned from Israel. They tell me I'm the first American president to travel there during the war. I met with the Prime Minister and members of his cabinet. And most movingly, I met with Israelis who had personally lived through horrific horror of the attack by Hamas on the 7th of October. More than 1,300 people slaughtered in Israel, including at least 32 American citizens. Scores of innocents, from infants to the elderly grandparents, Israelis, Americans taken hostage. As I told the families of Americans being held captive by Hamas, we're pursuing every avenue to bring their loved ones home. As president, there is no higher priority for me than the safety of Americans held hostage. The terrorist group Hamas unleashed pure, unadulterated evil in the world. But sadly, the Jewish people know perhaps better than anyone that there is no limit to the depravity of people when they want to inflict pain on others. In Israel, I saw people who are strong, determined, resilient, and also angry, in shock and in deep, deep pain. I also spoke with President Abbas, the Palestinian Authority, and reiterated that the United States remains committed to the Palestinian people's right to dignity and to self-determination. The actions of Hamas terrorists don't take that right away. Like so many other, I'm heartbroken by the tragic loss of Palestinian life, including the explosion at the hospital in Gaza, which was not done by the Israelis. We mourn every innocent life lost. We can't ignore the humanity of innocent Palestinians who only want to live in peace and have an opportunity. You know, the assault on Israel echoes nearly 20 months of war, tragedy, and brutality inflicted on the people of Ukraine, people that were very badly hurt since Putin launched his all-out invasion. We've not forgotten the mass graves, the bodies found bearing signs of torture, rape used as a weapon by the Russians, and thousands of Ukrainian children forcibly taken into Russia, stolen from their parents. It's sick. Hamas and Putin represent different threats, but they share this in common. They both want to completely annihilate a neighboring democracy, completely annihilate it. Hamas' stated purpose for existing is the destruction of the State of Israel and the murder of Jewish people. Hamas does not represent the Palestinian people. Hamas uses Palestinian civilians as human shields, and innocent Palestinian families are suffering greatly because of them. Meanwhile, Putin denies Ukraine has or ever had real statehood. He claims the Soviet Union created Ukraine. And just 2 weeks ago, he told the world that if the United States and our allies withdraw, and if the United States withdraw, our allies will as well, military support for Ukraine would have, quote, a week left to live, but we're not withdrawing. I know these conflicts can seem far away, and it's natural to ask, why does this matter to America? So let me share with you why making sure Israel and Ukraine succeed is vital for America's national security. You know, history has taught us that when terrorists don't pay a price for their terror, when dictators don't pay a price for their aggression, they cause more chaos and death and more destruction. They keep going, and the cost and the threats to America and the world keep rising. So if we don't stop Putin's appetite for power and control in Ukraine, he won't limit himself just to Ukraine. Putin's already threatened to remind, quote, remind Poland that their Western land was a gift from Russia. One of his top advisors, a former president of Russia, has called Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania Russia's Baltic provinces. These are all NATO allies. For 75 years, NATO has kept peace in Europe and has been the cornerstone of American security. And if Putin attacks a NATO ally, we will defend every inch of NATO which the treaty requires and calls for. We'll have something that we do not seek. Make it clear, we do not seek. We do not seek to have American troops fighting in Russia or fighting against Russia. Beyond Europe, we know that our allies, and maybe most importantly our adversaries and competitors, are watching. They're watching our response in Ukraine as well. And if we walk away and let Putin erase Ukraine's independence, would-be aggressors around the world would be emboldened to try the same. The risk of conflict and chaos could spread in other parts of the world, in the Indo-Pacific, in the Middle East, especially in the Middle East. Iran is supporting Russia in Ukraine, and it's supporting Hamas and other terrorist groups in the region, and will continue to hold them accountable, I might add. The United States and our partners across the region are working to build a better future for the Middle East. One where the Middle East is more stable, better connected to its neighbors, and through innovative projects like the India-Middle East-Europe Rail Corridor that I announced this year at the summit of the world's biggest economies. More predictable markets, more employment, less rage, less grievances, less war when connected. It benefits the people, it would benefit the people of the Middle East, and would benefit us. American leadership is what holds the world together. American alliances are what keep us, America, safe. American values are what make us a partner that other nations want to work with. To put all that at risk, if we walk away from Ukraine, if we turn our backs on Israel, it's just not worth it. That's why tomorrow I'm going to send to Congress an urgent budget request to fund America's national security needs, to support our critical partners, including Israel and Ukraine. It's a smart investment that's going to pay dividends for American security for generations. Help us keep American troops out of harm's way. Help us build a world that is safer, more peaceful, more prosperous for our children and grandchildren. In Israel, we must make sure that they have what they need to protect their people today and always. The security package I'm sending to Congress and asking Congress to do is an unprecedented commitment to Israel's security that will sharpen Israel's qualitative military edge, which we've committed to, the qualitative military edge. We're going to make sure Iron Dome continues to guard the skies over Israel. We're going to make sure other hostile actors in the region know that Israel is stronger than ever, and prevent this conflict from spreading. Look, at the same time, President Netanyahu and I discussed again yesterday the critical need for Israel to operate by the laws of war. That means protecting civilians in combat as best as they can. The people of Gaza urgently need food, water, and medicine. Yesterday, in discussions with the leaders of Israel and Egypt, I secured an agreement for the first shipment of humanitarian assistance from the United Nations to Palestinian civilians in Gaza. If Hamas does not divert or steal these shipments, we're going to provide an opening for sustained delivery of life-saving humanitarian assistance for the Palestinians. As I said in Israel, as hard as it is, we cannot give up on peace. We cannot give up on a two-state solution. Israel and Palestinians equally deserve to live in safety, dignity, and peace. You know, and here at home, we have to be honest with ourselves. In recent years, too much hate has given too much oxygen, fueling racism, the rise of anti-Semitism, and Islamophobia, right here in America. It's also intensified in the wake of recent events that led to the horrific threats and attacks that both shock us and break our hearts. On October 7th, terror attacks have triggered deep scars and terrible memories in the Jewish community. Today, Jewish families worried about being targeted in school, wearing symbols of their faith walking down the street, or going out about their daily lives. You know, I know many of you in the Muslim American community, the Arab American community, the Palestinian American community, and so many others are outraged and hearted, saying to yourselves, here we go again with Islamophobia and distrust we saw after 9/11. Just last week, a mother was brutally stabbed. A little boy, here in the United States, a little boy who just turned 6 years old was murdered in their home outside of Chicago. His name was Wadiha, a proud American, a proud Palestinian American family. We can't stand by and stand silent when this happens. We must, without equivocation, denounce anti-Semitism. We must also, without equivocation, denounce Islamophobia. And to all you hurting, those of you hurting, I want you to know I see you. You belong. And I want to say this to you. You're all America. You're all America. This is in a moment, you know, in moments like these, when fear and suspicion, anger and rage run hard, that we have to work harder than ever to hold on to the values that make us who we are. We're a nation of religious freedom, freedom of expression. We all have a right to debate and disagree without fear of being targeted in schools or workplaces or in our communities. I must renounce violence and vitriol. See each other not as enemies, but as fellow Americans. When I was in Israel yesterday, I said that when America experienced the hell of 9/11, we felt enraged as well. While we sought and got justice, we made mistakes. So I cautioned the government of Israel not to be blinded by rage. In Congress, to make sure we can continue to send Ukraine the weapons they need to defend themselves and their country without interruption, so Ukraine can stop Putin's brutality.
That was not me. I don't know what happened right
They are
there.
succeeding. When Putin invaded Ukraine, he thought he would take Kyiv and all of Ukraine in a matter of days. Well, over a year later, Putin has failed, and he continues to fail. Kyiv still stands because of the bravery of the Ukrainian people. Ukraine has regained more than 50% of the territory Russian troops once occupied, backed by U.S.-led coalition of more than 50 countries around the world, all doing its part to support Kyiv. What would happen if we walked away? We are the essential nation. Meanwhile, Putin has turned to Iran and North Korea to buy attack drones and ammunition to terrorize Ukrainian cities and people. From the outset,
So, it's not
I
me.
will not send American troops to fight in Ukraine. All Ukraine is asking for is help, for the weapons, munitions, the capacity, the capability to push invading Russian forces off their land, and the air defense systems to shoot down Russian missiles before they destroy Ukrainian cities. Let me be clear about something. We send Ukrainian equipment sitting in our stockpiles, And when we use the money allocated by Congress, we use it to replenish our own stores, our own stockpiles with new equipment. Equipment that defends America and is made in America. Patriot missiles for air defense batteries, made in Arizona. Artillery shells manufactured in 12 states across the country, in Pennsylvania, Ohio, Texas, and so much more. You know, just as in World War II, today patriotic American workers are building the arsenal of democracy and serving the cause of freedom. Let me close with this. Earlier this year, I boarded Air Force One for a secret flight to Poland. There I boarded a train with blacked out windows for a 10-hour ride each way to Kyiv, to stand with the people of Ukraine ahead of the one-year anniversary of their brave fight against Putin. I'm told I was the first American to enter a war zone not controlled by the United States military since President Lincoln. With me was just a small group of security personnel and a few advisors. But when I exited that train and met Zelensky, President Zelensky, I didn't feel alone. I was bringing with me the idea of America, the promise of America, to the people who are today fighting for the same things we fought for 250 years ago: freedom, independence, self-determination. And as I walked through Kyiv with President Zelensky, with air raid sirens sounding in the distance, I felt something I've always believed, more strongly than ever before. America is a beacon to the world. Still. Where, as my friend Madeleine Albright said, the indispensable nation. Tonight, there are innocent people all over the world who hope because of us, who believe in a better life because of us, who are desperate not to be forgotten by us, and are waiting for us. But time is of the essence. I know we have our divisions at home. We have to get past them. We can't let petty, partisan, angry politics get in the way of our responsibility as a great nation. We cannot and will not let terrorists like Hamas and tyrants like Putin win. I refuse to let that happen. In moments like these, we have to remember who we are. We are the United States of America. The United States of America. And there is nothing beyond our capacity if we do it together. My fellow Americans, thank you for your time. May God bless you all, and may God protect our troops.
There you have it. That is the address from the United States president. I thought that was pretty good. That was not a bad speech. I thought that was a pretty good Joe Biden speech right there. I think he's right in pretty much what he's saying here. The idea of not being able to walk out on the streets, not being able to walk anywhere without fearing attacks from people who simply are extremists. I mean, ideologies over ration, and they're illogical. They will attack you. They will do things that aren't human, and they act like they are humans, and they're not humans. What they are inhuman. He's right, and he's 100% right. We need to continue support for Ukraine. We need to continue to remember Ukraine. We can't continue to forget Ukraine. We continue to forget Ukraine, but we can't forget Ukraine. It's an important thing about the future of democracy, which is something we all believe in. I do. And Israel is also something that we need to hold on to. I never said that I was going away from Israel. I said I wasn't gonna talk about it. Because I wouldn't want to forget about Ukraine. Now, Israel is still important to me. It is a democratic beacon and a beacon of stability in a world like the Middle East, where stability and instability has been a key factor of that world for a very, very long time. So I think he's very right. He's saying that we need to continue support for Ukraine, and the fact that some people are talking about the idea of stocking support for Ukraine is ridiculous, and he's absolutely right when it comes to that. I think it was a great Biden speech. I actually think it was pretty good. I think he stuck to the script there. No old grandpa speeches, just straight to the point. That was a great Joe Biden speech right there. So yeah. I get you might not like Joe Biden sometimes and that he might be a bit of a dirty player. But for now, I think he's the best choice we got when it comes to the idea of Ukraine and the idea of freedom. Now, all these people, Donald Trump, right? He keeps saying, let's make America great again. But Donald Trump has forgotten what the idea of America was. What's the idea of America? America to protect the interest of democracy. Republic. Well, I don't give a fuck what it is. It's not. Well, it's democracy. The United States was built upon democracy, the idea of making your own choices. But if it's a constitutional republic, whatever it is, it still protects democracy. The United States of America still protects democracy. It might be something else. It's still democratic. It still protects the democratic thought. It might not be, but it is a democratic country where people vote for. And when people vote for the idea of who they want for their leader, that's democracy to me. But yeah. Well, I think that it's gonna do it for me, guys. I will head off now. That is gonna do it for me for the streams tonight. We won't be live anymore today. 6 out of 10. You thought it was a 6 out of 10 speech from Joe Biden? Well. Have a good night, guys. Goodbye, guys. Goodbye.